Give me one sec. Waiting for it to pick up. Here we go. No, almost there. There we are. We're in the green. Every time. Every single time I try to go live, without fail, it always acts up. I'll have it sitting here. I'll have everything ready like 10 minutes before I go live, and it will be fine. I'll put the starting soon thing up. I'll go live. It'll be fine. Right. The second I'm about to go live, that's when it starts messing up. It goes down to the red, and it's not, pushing it out at a great, rate where it looks good. I went and I had to close every tab on my computer except for the live sharing thing. It kind of pees me off because I was actually planning on doing this little thing at the beginning, but I couldn't because now it was ruined because of this. I freaking hate this. I honestly do. Give me one sec. I have to get all the stuff up now that I was going to talk about. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, just make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, all that good stuff. Give me one sec. Just like I said, I'm just pulling up the rest of the stuff that I had to close out of because of it. Okay. So I've talked about multiple times on this channel how the Democrats, the left especially, just goes for give me one sec. I'm gonna finish pulling this stuff off before I start talking. Hopefully it doesn't kill my computer. Okay. It's not even a whole lot of stuff. Just wouldn't let me go live. Okay. So I've talked about many times before how the left goes after a couple people. They go after the young and they go after the stupid. We talked about this last night when it came to just America itself. Oh, why do so many young people hate America? Because of the left. That's why they push their rhetoric about how evil America is and how racist it is. When in reality it's not. If you just look at the facts, like I said, did a quick 2-second Google search, you'll realize that most of the stuff they talk about is garbage anyway. But there's another group they go after, and they go after the young, which we're gonna be talking about tonight, and they also go after the mentally handicapped, you could say. But let's first start off with the young. These leftists really like to go after the young people, and I think this video right here kind of just sums up leftist view and how we should see leftist politics. Here you go.
The left the pedos, 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 pedo. That's all people should hear when they think of left-wing politics. And there's so many examples of this.
We're going to be hearing that clip a couple times tonight because we have some stuff here. Actually, I'm sorry. This is really messing me up. This whole computer thing. Give me 1 second to pull. I have to pull up another thing that I was going to talk about tonight too. I had to close out of. Give me 1 sec. Can't have too many windows open. I guess it'll kill the computer. Give me 1 sec. Just open the thing. Oh, I hate this computer. Open it! Oh my gosh. Ugh. Okay. I honestly just need to get a new computer. I'm not even gonna lie. Just give me 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. And the saddest thing is we had like a bunch of people at the beginning, and then they all left after it took me forever to set everything up because the live stream started acting up. Okay. So here is a tweet from a woman here, and this is on Twitter. Let me put it up on the screen real quick so you guys can see it. She says, someone needs to create porn for children. Hear me out, guys. Young teens are already watching porn, but they're finding hardcore, aggressive videos that give a terrible view of sex. They need entry-level porn. A softcore site where everyone asks for consent and no one gets choked, etc. Yeah, this is left-wing politics now. This is the state of our society now. We're honestly making arguments for making porn for children. Because that's always great. I mean, just how dumb can you be? She quickly. This was like a week or two ago. But this after a couple minutes after she tweeted this out. She deleted it. Not because she realized how dumb or wrong she was. Is because there was public backlash against it. But this kind of stuff is what the elites believe. The journalists, a lot of these leftist politicians, they all believe this stuff. And the only reason, like I said, the only reason she deleted it was because she got public backlash. Not because she said, oh, that's a really dumb idea. I should not have said that. No, she only deleted it because she got public backlash. They believe this stuff. We should be having porn for kids. Like, no, just no. That's the exact opposite of what we should have. No porn for kids, okay? No porn at all. You know how you solve the problem. You know how you solve the problem of helping kids, not have a terrible view of sex. Here's a solution for all this. Instead of giving porn to children, why don't we just take the porn away? Just no porn. Just don't watch porn. Get rid of it. It's ruining our society anyway. I mean, honestly, what good is coming out of porn? Tell the truth. Tell me, what good, how does porn better our society? It doesn't. But instead of getting rid of it, let's just give it to kids. These people, they just blow my mind. I just don't understand. And like I said, I want you to remember, she only deleted this because of the public backlash, not because she realized how dumb she was or how bad this is. Simply because of public backlash. There's also a Vice article out here. This also came out. This came out like last year, but they started resurfacing again. So this is after Cardi B's WAP came out. We all know WAP. We all know what it is. But this is an article from Vice. Like I said, it came out like around this time last year when WAP started blowing up. It says, "What to say if the kid asks you what WAP means?" And they put this out. I believe it was on like your Twitter. Should you explain to kids the lyrics of WAP? The answer again is no. Also, you should not be playing that song around children or that song at all. But people do. It says, I have a very distinct memory of being 5 years old. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all this because it goes through some stuff. And like I said, we try to shoot for a somewhat family friendly channel. I'll try to get around this. Uh, um, let me try to get this. I saw. Okay, let's get to this part. I saw the music video for WAP, and then watched the internet melt down over the children who might be scarred for life upon hearing it. In case you missed it, WAP stands for. We know what it stands for. The song is Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's Ode to Them. In the radio edit of the song, the chorus has been changed to Wet and Gushy. I talked about this song when it came out and how NPR named it the song of the year, not because it was a good song. They didn't say it was song of the year because it was a good song. They said it was song of the year because basically it was disgusting and it made people angry. That's why. And this is the left's view on sex and whatnot. It should be pushed out to the masses. All the children, they should know what this is, and they should know all these obscene things. Because that's the whole point of this song. It was pushed out mostly to children, younger girls especially. Now, should the girls be listening to Cardi B in the first place? No, and that kind of comes down to the parents. But when you're creating music like this, that's being played on the radio, don't make edits for it, so it can play on the radio. And you have to sit to yourself and ask, should I be talking to my kids about this? Should my kids know what this means? It's probably not a good song, and probably shouldn't belong in a decent and moral society. The problem is, we don't live in one. Because of the left. Because of the left's corruption on everything. Especially the youth. They just can't stop. They just can't, just leave the kids alone. Just, if anything, just do it, Mike. Just leave the kids alone. Give me a second, let me tighten this. No, they can't. Why? Because they're pedophiles. That's why. Look at, and most of them, even if they aren't pedophiles, they're usually like They're usually like a rapist at the least, which is not good. Which is not good either. I mean, look at Cuomo. Cuomo resigned today, not because of the thousands of nursing home deaths, no, because he was accused of sexually assaulting women. All these politicians seem to have problems with touching women and or children. But not even just politicians; these elites, especially. Here's a clip of Andrew Cuomo earlier.
This is one of the most challenging times for government in a generation. Government really needs to function today. Government needs to perform. It is a matter of life and death, government operations. And wasting energy on distractions is the last thing that state government should be doing. And I cannot be the cause of that. New York tough means New York loving. And I love New York. And I love you. And everything I have ever done has been motivated by that love. And I would never want to be unhelpful in any way. And I think that given the circumstances, the best way I can help now is if I step aside.
I mean, yeah, I kind of memed it there, but in reality, it's not even like a big. It's not really going to change New York drastically. It's not like we're going to get a great conservative governor, and it's probably going to be another liberal who's probably who's probably worse than Cuomo. So I mean, it was a meme. I thought it was kind of funny, but in reality, it's not really going to change anything. But I just wanted to point out, look at all these elites who are getting in trouble, or getting accused at the least, of touching people inappropriately, sexually assaulting people, or being accused of being pedophiles. We had Epstein, we had Clinton was with him, had ties with him. Bill Gates was hanging out with him. We had Prince Andrew was hanging out with him. What is with these people? I honestly do not know. But it seems like they have a problem. Speaking of Prince Andrew, Epstein victim sues Prince Andrew over alleged sexual abuse. Says the woman filed a lawsuit Monday in New York against Prince Andrew for allegedly sexually abusing her. The lawsuit alleges Andrew sexually abused the woman 3 different times in Epstein's mansion. These people have a problem. I mean, honestly, I don't understand. It seems like every elite has this problem. But if you point it out, like these people, all the left does is say, well, Donald Trump, he was accused of touching women inappropriately, and Matt Gaetz, he's accused of being a pedophile as well. And don't forget about Kavanaugh either. The thing is, whenever someone from the right gets accused of doing some of these things, it always turns out to be not true. It's never proven. The difference is, it seems like every time someone from the left is accused, it's proven, and no one cares. I mean, Joe Biden, while running for president back in last year, was accused of sexually assaulting someone, and the left did not care. The left doesn't care. Why? Because this is what they do. I've talked about so many times on previous videos, the whole progressive movement, its end goal, the progressive movement and the LGBTQ movement, its whole end goal is of normalizing pedophilia. Because when your whole movement's based around progressing and everything in the past is just bad and I can't think of the right word, but yeah, bad. You have to keep everything. Every time you progress, it's good and it's great. And you base your whole idea and movement, the LGBTQ movement, off of acceptance of anything and anyone. You're just leading that down that road. And I've talked about it before. You're starting to see it, where they have their own flag now, just like every other group in the LGBT community. They have their own acronym. They don't call them pedophiles anymore. It's MAPS, minor attracted persons. They're going to start arguing that, oh no, it's okay, they're just born that way, just like we've been told by every other group in the LGBTQ community. And that's what leads us down to what I said at the beginning, is how the left preys on the young, the stupid, as well as the mentally handicapped. We'll just say that. Yesterday, I got in an argument with someone on Twitter. The person claimed that gender dysphoria is not actually a mental illness. For those who don't know, there are people born with gender dysphoria, which is mostly the transgender people, who dysphoria itself is a state of unease or generalized dissatisfaction with life. And basically, it makes them confused. It makes it difficult for them to live their life, whatnot. That's what dysphoria is. And a lot of these people who are transgender or have gender dysphoria. And what I was trying to explain to this person is that dysphoria is a mental disorder. If you simply Google dysphoria, just dysphoria, it explains to you the mental disorder and how to treat it. The problem is, a couple years ago, we got woke, and now all of a sudden we don't count gender dysphoria as a mental disorder. If you search dysphoria, because there are multiple types of dysphoria, it will tell you, Google will tell you, it's a mental illness. But if you Google search gender dysphoria, Google doesn't tell you that, because they got woke. The doctors and the scientists and whatnot got woke, and they changed the definition of gender dysphoria It used to be called gender identity disorder. They renamed it so people didn't feel bad. This is what I tried to explain to the person, is that it wasn't changed because of some new scientific discovery. It was changed because they didn't want people to feel bad. They didn't want to use the term disorder. So what I'm trying to say is, what we see is the left pushes out these people, these transgender people, who have a mental disorder, gender dysphoria, and instead of helping them get help, they say this is okay, this is good, and you should also transition as well. And this is what I'm trying to say is they don't care about these people. They push this narrative, as I said, of progressivism, where you need to start accepting these things and new things to make society better. If you keep progressing, everything's better if you keep progressing. Everything in the past was bad and it's outdated. So we have to keep progressing, and we're gonna make mental disorders normal. We're going to make they're going to normalize pedophilia. They're making just depravity normal, and it's good because again, it's progressivism. It's the left. This is the left. As I said, look at all these leftist politicians, these elites. What are they? They're all sick, depraved people. And they're trying to normalize that behavior. And they'll change wording of things. They'll use science to back up their claims. In reality, there's nothing scientific about it at all. Like I said, there's no scientific discovery that made them change the definition. It was simply because they didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. But you're also supposed to trust the science as well. We cannot trust the left at the slightest. You can't trust the progressives at all. Because as I said, the progressive future, the progressive left, wants to build an America. Well, actually, they don't want to build. They don't want America at all. But they want to build America to be a disgusting, perverted hellhole. As we're seeing today. As I said, look around you. I've talked about this multiple times. They are normalizing. The progressive movement is normalizing pedophilia. Most of these elites who back all this stuff, who are leftists, are all sexual perverts, pedophiles, or rapists. These people are disgusting. We need to fight to stop them. I've talked about before, you need to get involved at a local level, because try to do something about it. Sitting around is not going to do anything about it. We need to get involved. That's why a lot of people, I've talked about a lot of people on the right don't get anything done, is because we sit around and expect everyone else to do it for us. We sit around and expect, well, everyone else will just wake up and we'll all get back to normal. No, that's not happening. These sick perverts have control over society. They have influence in television, movies, education, literature, everything. I don't know if you can see, you can see the purple thing, purple box, and it's a little bit, you can see a little bit of it. I brought it as a joke, but it's an LGBTQ, it's a pride cereal. They're pushing this out to everything you do. They want the youth, especially, that's what I talk about, they're pushing this out to the youth, pushing out to the dumb, the stupid, the young, and the mentally handicapped. Because they see this is a good thing, because these people are disgusting. That's why we need to fight back. Get involved. If you're having drag queen story hour at your local library, say something about it. If you're having a drag queen story hour in your school, say something about it. If you see these things, say something about it. Don't just sit there and expect other people to do something about it. Everyone else to wake up. Because guess what? They're not. And as we're sitting around waiting for everyone else to wake up, the progressives are pushing their perverted views on future generations. Because they're pedophiles. Plain and simple. Full stop, pedophiles. As you said at the beginning of the show,
The left the pedos, 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 pedo. That's all people should hear when they think of left-wing politics. And there's so many examples of it.
There are many examples. The stuff I've laid out. This is the goal of progressivism. It's gonna keep going. Because when you, as I said, base a whole movement on progressing, as well as openness to everything and anyone, no matter how disgusting it is, you can't judge them because they were born this way. Yeah, this is where it's leading. And it's not even leading, we're already there. Like I said, we're already seeing it. So, my solution is to stop it. As I said, do something about it. If you want something to change, you need to do something about it. You can't, as I said, you can't expect everyone else to do it because that's what we've been doing for the longest time, and that's why we suck. They're pushing the stuff on the youth because they're pedophiles. That's why they're pushing all this sex. I mean, look at this stuff. And most of the stuff they're pushing is all about sex. And it's not toward adults, it's towards kids. They're pedophiles. The left are pedophiles. Not everyone who votes Democrat. I'm talking about. I mean, sure, some people who vote Democrat are pedophiles, but I'm talking about especially these politicians, these elites. Most of them are on the left anyway. They're all pedophiles, and we see it. It's time for us to stop it. Anyway, that's all I have for tonight. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, all that good stuff. I have my main channel linked in the description below, as well as my Rumble. You also find my social medias linked in the description below. See ya.